DC 10-0? Welcome back to Defending Football. Thank you guys so much for watching. Today we're going to be looking at the DC Defenders schedule, and we're going to be breaking it down week by week. Obviously, not all players are signed to their respective teams yet, but I'm going to be going off of what we know right now. Clearly a way too early prediction for the season, but who cares? We're doing it anyway. Starting off week 1 versus the San Antonio Brahmas. The DC Defenders have to go into the Alamo Dome and play the Brahmas. The Brahmas have a lot of new faces, a new coach. Obviously, Wade Phillips, new quarterback as well, Quentin Dormandy. Jack Cohn was actually cut. I do think the Brahmas are going to be a good team this year, but the good thing is the Defenders catch them first game of the season right away. While the Defenders have a lot of returning players, we're going to be gelled together. Same head coach, same coordinator, same everything. We've just added a few pieces here and there. Defense might start off a little slow, but I think the DC Defenders take this and start off 1-0. My score prediction is 25-22. I think this is going to be one of those grinded out games, but I really think the Brahmas are going to be tough this year, so I'm going to take any win I can against them. Week 2, the Roughnecks have to come to Audi Field and the Beer Snake, of course. In the Roughnecks, as you know in my power rankings, I don't have them too high. They are going to have a great running game and defense, so this might be a little bit of a defensive struggle early, but I think DC will pull away 28-16. I just don't see them scoring a lot of points on our defense, so I think as long as we can keep them to under 20 points, we win this game. Especially at home, we've never lost in Audi Field, and I don't think we're starting with the Roughnecks this year. Week 3, we have to go into Arlington to play our arch nemesis who beat us in the championship game, Luis Perez and company. The thing is, we have a lot more pieces on defense this year, and there is no way he's doing what he did to us in the championship ever again. We have pass rushers all over the board that are going to be hitting Perez, getting him off target. I won't lie that I'm slightly nervous about it, but honestly, I think our talent of our team is just so much better than the Renegades that we are going to win 31-25. I think it's going to be closer than it should be, just because Luis is a smart quarterback. He doesn't really make stupid decisions. One of the toughest games coming up right after that is going to be at the Stallions. We're going to have to go to Birmingham to play the Stallions, two-time defending champs. And honestly, this could be a game we lose. But I have us winning 37-20. The reason is we will be battle tested at this point and figured out who our team is. And with the momentum of the games earlier, I think we will be ready to go straight to Birmingham. I don't care if this was in DC or Birmingham. I think we are going to give the Stallions our best shot. And I think our best shot is actually defeating the Stallions. So a huge game to win, and I think we do it. I think we go 4-0. Next up, week 5, the Battlehawks have to come into Audi Field. Going to be an electric atmosphere for that game. Probably the biggest rivalry in the UFL. I will be at that game cheering on the Beer Snake, not throwing lemons, don't kick me out. And that place is going to be rocking. I'm super excited for this game. Obviously, that's why I grabbed tickets. I could only really go to one game this year, and this is the one I wanted to go to. The Battlehawks, obviously a great foe for the Defenders, and we all know the Battlehawks are stacked on offense this year, but really DC is going to beat them at home. I don't see the Battlehawks beating us in Audi Field. It's just too much. And I think we're going to win 30-27. I think it's going to be a classic game down to the wire. But I think Teamu and the boys finish it off. We're going to exit week 5 5-0. Week 6, things get a little hairy. We have to go to San Antonio, one of our least favorite places to play. We've actually beaten the Brahmas by 1 point there and then lost the championship. So we don't have a great track record there. The Brahmas are going to be gelled together, ready to go. I think this is going to be a huge defensive stalemate in this game. No more than 30 points probably scored. I'm going to go 24-22 DC Defenders win. I think we're barely going to beat them. This could honestly go either way. This is one of the games I'm a little nervous about, but I think DC takes care of it to go 6-0. At this point, DC is looking like a favorite to go to the championship, and they have to go into Michigan versus the Panthers. Obviously, you guys know I'm not high on the Panthers right now. They obviously have a good defense, but offensively, I don't see them hanging with the Defenders. 38-15 is probably going to be a multiple score blowout. I don't see us losing this game at all unless it's like an Orlando Guardians letdown game. 7-0 going into week 8. We have to go into the Battle Dome. As much as I don't want to admit it, I think the Battlehawks get the best of us at least one time this year, and I think this is probably the most likely time. And from last year, the Battlehawks obviously learned that you have to finish out big games against big opponents at the end of the year. And DC, if they have 7 wins at this point, it's not going to really matter too much. So I think the Battlehawks beat them 28-26, giving us our first loss of the season, 7-1. But I think it's going to be a great game. Anytime these two teams suit it up, you have to watch the game. Week 9, DC has to travel to Memphis to play the Showboats. Honestly, this game might shock you, but I'm really high on the Showboats. I really like Case Cookus, and I'm really hoping he balls out this year on the USFL side of things. I think by week 9, they're going to be humming and they're going to be in playoff mode. And they're probably going to be fighting for Birmingham for that top seed. So I do think DC is going to drop this game 31-25. The Showboats honestly look pretty good. Week 10, we have to travel to Arlington. With 2 losses in a row, DC is going to be furious and they're going to take it out on the Renegades. They are going to blow out the Renegades to end the season. We're going to take out all of our frustration on Luis Perez. And I feel like they do not stand a chance in this game unless we literally are 9-0 at this point and we sit our starters. So overall, I think the DC Defenders are going to end up 8-2. I think DC's floor is going to be 7-3, and obviously their ceiling will be 10-0. I feel like they're going to be in that range somewhere. They could lose a fluky game here, fluky game there. Obviously, with all the teams, we don't know how strong they really are yet. I don't think DC loses any more than 3, maybe 4 games. So let me know if you guys are hyped for the UFL season down below, and whether you agree with me or not down below. So I'm going to get out of here. And for the love of football, defend football, baby!